is, Brent Welder, everybody. Kansas 3rd District, running against Kevin Yoder, a loathsome Republican, #1. Have I mentioned this before? #1 recipient of payday lender loan money. So Brent, last we checked in with you in your race, you had a poll showing you up 7 points against the Republican incumbent. But that's against the Republican, and you still have a primary. So how's it going for you within your Democratic primary?
Oh, well, it's going great, and a lot of it is because of the TYT Army. Thank you so much for what you're doing, what the TYT Army is doing. All of last year in 2017, we had about 2,000 donations to our campaign, and it was a record, most donations ever by a challenger in our district the year before the election. We are on the precipice of reaching 2,000 donations just in the last few weeks, just from the TYT Army through the thermometer that you guys have put up. And that's indicative of our grassroots volunteerism as well. The TYT Army, those that live here in the area, are coming out every single day, volunteering on our campaign, and we're so excited. We have labor unions behind us. We have Jason Kander behind us, who grew up here in the district. We have all kinds of amazing, National Revolution, Justice Democrats, brand new Congress, and the primary is going really well. If I can just mention one thing, though, I want to see some smiles on those faces there tonight because. Daniel Biss's political director is a longtime donor to my campaign, $27 a month recurring donation. And I'll tell you what's going to happen tonight. What's going to happen tonight is that he is going to take the lead right at midnight, right as we enter Jank's birthday. And that's my prediction for what's going to happen tonight and take it to victory. So happy birthday, Jank.
Brent, you can tell Brent is a longtime TYT viewer and member. Because he's already doing predictions on his own.
That's right.
Yeah. So I love that, and your particular prediction is near perfect. And if it comes to fruition, you instantly become a legend. So you have all that going for you. Speaking of your donors, though, I want to check in on that tytkansas.com because when we started just a little while ago, and we showed it was at 1885. The number of donors you have, it's now at 1898, and I want to see if we can get it to 2,000 tonight. So again, the amount, of course, if you could do more, fantastic, because the point of this is to hire a field team so they can go knock on every door in Kansas 3rd District and ensure a victory. But if you can't and you could just give $3, that's okay, because it's just so important to have it be people powered. And so if we can get up to 2,000 small dollar donations tonight, that would be amazing.
If I could just mention, I think I'm going to break, hopefully break a little news tonight. We are, because of all of our great efforts, because of our grassroots campaign, because of our friends in labor, but also because of the TYT Army, we have a real opportunity this quarter, which ends just 10 days from now, of posting the biggest quarter that any challenger has ever posted fundraising-wise in the history of our district. My staff made me a little sign here, tytkansas.com. I hope everybody will go there. Just give any amount, whatever it is. Every single donation counts. Like I said, we're working on records of numbers of donors as well as amount received. So thank you so much, everybody. And I really believe in the TYT Army. This is not hyperbole. I really don't know whether we're going to be able to break this record or not, but I know with the strength of the TYT Army is the only way we're going to be able to do it.
So Brent, we got to go over my favorite stat one more time. So Kevin Yoder still has more money than you. Of course, he's going to outraise you. He's got all the corporate donations. He's got the payday lenders. He's got the big banks, and the list goes on. And he raised over $500,000 last year already. But how much did he raise from small donors, meaning people giving him under $200?
He raised $489 total in the last 3 months of 2017, which is probably, the last time I was on your show, you raised me more in 5 minutes from small dollar donors than he raised in the entire fourth quarter of 2017. And I'm confident we can do it again tonight.
So it is amazing, man. I don't know. I can't quite tell which website we should go to. Is it tytkansas.com?
One of my fellow Justice Democrats I saw out in DC at a PCCC meeting, and they said that they brought a sign on your show, and it was really effective. So when my staff heard that, they gave me this sign.
I love how hard you push, Brent. I love that. So, but think about it, guys, for a second. 400, was it 89 or 98? $489, I think, right? That Yoder had in small dollar donations. That means he has no real human being supporting him. It's all PAC money. It's all corporate money. And Feinstein's the same. Out here in California, you cannot volunteer for Feinstein. There's nothing on our website that allows you to volunteer. She doesn't give a damn about you. She feels like she doesn't need your help because she's got $10 million. Yoder's got a couple $1 million. And they're so arrogant, thinking that their money can overwhelm you no matter what. That's why that poll showing you up by 7 points is a huge difference maker. And it lets people know you can win, and at this point, you're likely to win. So let's.
One thing about that poll, it is as far as we've been able to tell, it is the largest margin of any Democratic challenger over an incumbent in the entire country. And we are a true progressive campaign. We're running for Medicare for all, a $15 minimum wage to get money out of politics. A progressive campaign in Kansas right now has the biggest margin lead in the polls over an incumbent Republican of any candidate in the entire United States of America.
Watch out.
And when we win this race, it's gonna send shockwaves across the country. I mean, everything you've been saying, Cenk, for the last 10, 15 years that I've been watching you, everybody is gonna start to understand that around the country when we win this race. And the way we're gonna do it, of course, is with the help of the TYT Army, tytkansas.com.
Brent's gonna win. He's gonna win.
I can't imagine that Brent needs to, I'm sure you've done it, but meet voters. No, who's not gonna like Brent?
Yeah, right? Well, that's why he needs a field team.
Yeah, he needs a field team.
And
right?
how's he gonna get that field team? tytkansas.com. Can I see the thermometer one more time?
Because the second thing he's gonna do is hire the field team. The first thing Brent is gonna do, if I'm giving, you'll correct me if I'm wrong here with that money, is he's going to he's going to buy a $31,000 dining room table, and then with the $19,000 he has left over.
All right, still at 1,898. Can I see 19,000 before Brent leaves tonight?
1,900, yes.
1,900, I should say.
No, 19,000.
Come on.
This guy's not gonna lose. This is crazy.
Cenk, if I can tell you, because we've already, as you've seen, raised 41,000 through the TYT Army. We've already started interviewing field staff. We're getting ready to open another field office in our district. We've had amazing resumes. Even some members of the TYT Army have sent us their resume, and we're getting ready to hire some more staff. We actually just hired a staff member a few weeks ago as well, and we can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much. That's what winning these campaigns is all about, the grassroots.
So Brent, how many volunteers do you have now?
We have 350 volunteers right now. And I kid you not, every single time a volunteer comes in, I go around and I meet them, of course, and I thank them. And one question I always ask them is, how did you find out about our campaign? And I feel like, at least anecdotally, half of the people I speak with, as well as virtually all of our 7 interns, came to us through TYT and through Justice Democrats. So, obviously it helps us with fundraising, but also the TYT Army is strong. It's strong in Kansas. And people are just really ready for somebody that's going to go to Washington, that's going to finally stand up to billionaires, stand up to giant corporations. That's what we're trying to do here. I'm a labor lawyer, so I've been going up against the biggest, greediest, meanest, baddest, richest corporations in the country throughout my career. And I can't wait to get into Washington and stand up to them the same way. And just like I beat them every time in the courtroom, we're going to beat them this time in Washington as well.
And one more time, Brent introduced the language in the Democratic platform to get money out of politics, both to start public financing and to end corporate personhood, which is an absolute crime. And Brent fought super hard for it as a Bernie Sanders delegate. And to be able to win in the middle of Kansas would be just an amazing sign of things to come. And just flat out getting the district is super, super important. And to get a fighter like Brent into Congress, couldn't be more important. All right, Brent, before we leave you, one more time, can I see tytkansas.com? Can I see?
You got one.
You're just so close, so close. All right, we're gonna keep on checking in on that throughout the night.
Do we have to go? Can I ask him a question? Or
Oh yeah, Jimmy, go ahead, yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, how bad are things? I mean, how are people feeling about their government in Kansas, right? So we know this is the big Koch brothers experiment. And I just want to know, are people, because whenever I read about it, it's people are upset that they don't have money for medical, for clinics in the country. I mean, in the rural parts of the state. The schools don't have money. How's it going in Kansas?
That's a really good question. Thank you, Jimmy. Just recently there was a study in Kansas that showed that there is a $2 billion budget shortfall for our schools, for our school children. I'm a proud father of 2 young daughters. And I just saw in the paper today that governmental leaders, and I think it's mostly Republicans, are saying that to make up that $2 billion would bankrupt our state. So we have a choice right now of not being able to adequately fund our public schools, which we have a long tradition of strong public schools in Kansas, or bankrupting our state. And now the Republicans and Donald Trump and my opponent Kevin Yoder have taken this national, and people are afraid, they're nervous, and they're worried. We were just so distraught when we saw this go national.
Okay.
All right. But I'm glad that bought us a couple more minutes. So can I see tytkansas.com now? For God's sake.
There's got to be a lag in the computer, I'm sure.
It's a lag. It's the lag in the computer.
It's a lag.
It's definitely the lag. Okay. All right, guys.
Yeah, we're in like 2004 right now.
I think. Yeah, I'm sure. So guys, we're gonna get to 2000 by the end of the night. Let's do that, okay? So Brent Welder, doing a great job in Kansas 3rd District. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. Anytime. Talk to you later.